Hey everybody, welcome back to the Midwest Melters channel. My name's Matt, and like the title says, we're going to strip some Romex today, but it's not like your normal Romex. This is older stuff. It doesn't have a ground wire in it. I think I got some 14.3 and some 12.2 with no ground. But before we do that, let's look at some of the updates here. I'm trying to get my organization a little better. So last time I think you guys watched me put in this outlet and that switch for the lights and clean that up and made it look better. And then last night I didn't video it, but got another one, comes out of the ceiling, tees off of here, goes that way for a single outlet, and then comes back this way for 4. And it's got my chargers and the radio, which I can't play while I'm filming because of copyright stuff. Let me get my finger out of the way so it'll focus. That was terrible. Yeah, I think I'm going to build something to hang on the wall here to put my impact and drill and sawzall and stuff. My drill press is plugged in there too. Still ain't fixed that yet. I'll get around to it. But yeah, things are coming along nice. It's just taking a while. As busy as I've been with work and everything else, fire department stuff, and I'm in school one night a week now after work till 10 o'clock. So busy. Loving every minute of it. So anyway, we got this pile of Romex to strip here. I don't have a ton of it, but we're going to strip it anyway. A lot of people say, oh, just take it in as insulated. Take it in as insulated. Well, we don't do that here. As far as, you know, everybody that's been here a while knows that. We don't do that. So I'm going to set you up on the tripod and we're going to get started. Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to do this 14.3. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a little short piece of it to set our machine. It's got this coating on it. So if it had a ground that was bare, these usually have a seam where they kind of put it together. And you can just take that ground and just pull it right through. This doesn't have that. These are all 3 coated. There's no ground wire. So what I do is just take a razor knife. This outside coating is real soft typically. So you just right through it. Boom. It's out. There it is. So now what we're going to do is set our machine. I'm going to see if I can't get you guys in closer for that. Maybe you can see kind of what I'm doing here. Alright, I got us kind of down there on the level. Maybe we can zoom in here. And you guys can see what we got going on. So the way this works is there's a blade in the middle, and then those drive wheels are V'd. The wire goes in there. You set your depth of your cutter, it cuts the insulation, and boom, strip wire. So what we're going to do, there's jam nets on the top. You just loosen that up. Then we're going to stick our wire in here. And we're going to pinch it between them wheels. Not super tight, just a baseline to see where we're getting started. So now we're just going to run it through. Had that little bent spot at the end. So now we just see it left this groove or this slice in one side of it, and we'll see if it went deep enough to call it good or not. You need to get a new pair of cutters. I broke the tip off of one side of it. This is old wire, old house wire. Came out of my house actually. So then you just peel her out. I'll zoom back here. And Just grab it, pull it right out. And then, like I said, it didn't cut that because it had a little kink in there and it wouldn't go through the machine. So that's easy enough. You can just take your razor knife, kind of like that, right down the side of it, and peel it out. Boom, you're done. Got some #1 copper. So I'm gonna move the camera back now that you guys got a real good idea of what we're doing and how we're doing it. And you can just kind of watch me work for a little bit. I'll leave you guys down short, kind of on the bench level. Might work out kind of nice. So I'm gonna try and see if I can't straighten this out, and it'll do the whole thing. You're not going to get rich doing this for sure. Excuse me. I've been sick for a couple weeks. Got a cough yet. It's kind of hard to get started. Sometimes if you just take your razor knife, and just kind of take the end off, it's a lot easier to get it started peeling back. And then just peel it out. Another piece. But we're not in it for the, or I'm not in it for the money. I just like doing it. I mean, yeah, the money's great. Helps out a little bit. Times are tough right now, you know, the way the economy is and whatnot, and this and that. But I just like doing it. I like talking to you guys. I love YouTube. We're up to 1,234 subscribers, guys. That's awesome. Never would have dreamed that amount of people would have ever wanted to hear my voice or see my face, but here we are. So this is solid wire. Like I said, it's going to be #1. Most of the stuff we get stranded, but I did a bunch of wiring at my house and had this stuff pulled out and redid a bunch, and some of it came out of the garage and here, there, and yonder, but it's all off this property here. That didn't strip hardly at all there. It kind of rolled. Kind of figured it would, just because of the way it was bent there, but that's not a problem either. You just can get a little bit by hand and then just peel it off where it did go. It's not going to be perfect all the time, but it works fairly well. 14 gauge is pretty small wire, honestly. 12 gauge is a lot better to strip, in my opinion. But we're having a good time. That's all that matters. Do a little bit longer piece here. I don't like doing super long pieces. I will from time to time if it's super straight and doesn't have kinks and stuff in it, but for the most part I try to keep it pretty short. Sometimes this can be pretty tricky on this round stuff. The actual flat Romex is a lot easier to do. This stuff's wanting to roll. But it's not awful. Just don't get in a hurry and cut your finger off or something. That would be counterproductive to what we're trying to do. Kind of throwing what we're waste on the floor over here. I'll throw that away later. I don't have a trash bin in here. Stuff's kind of twisted in there. Just gonna try to untwist it instead of pull it, because if I pull it, it'll probably put a kink in it. It's okay to have a little wave and stuff in it, but the kinks are what makes it really tough to strip. This guide plate on the front will pretty much handle most of the waves and stuff. That one didn't cut, that one came off the wheel. Got offline there. I was talking, wasn't doing what I should have been doing. Oh, another thing, you'll notice my blade in my knife is black instead of your typical just steel color. These are like made out of cobalt or something. I can't remember. They cost a little bit more than your regular blade, but they last a lot longer. You can usually get them at like a flooring supply house or someplace like that. They're a little more expensive, but they're worth it. They're still fairly reasonable. And I haven't posted a video for a couple weeks. How's everybody doing out there? Hope you're doing well. Things are starting to warm up here in southern Illinois. It made it almost to 60 today. So I'm pretty thankful for that. I'm looking forward to spring, nicer weather. Looking forward to the time change, definitely. More daylight is a plus. I can get a few more things done that I need to get done. I don't have a bucket in here for this right now, so I'm just kind of leaving it here on the bench. It takes quite a bit to fill a bucket with this stuff here because it's so small. So I ain't really too concerned about it, but like I said, it'll just take a while to get a bunch. Especially for me, I don't get much of this. It's kind of relaxing to do though. If I wasn't making a YouTube video, I'd be listening to some classic country right now or something like that. Just good old music, sitting there and relax and strip wire. That's my kind of fun there. Just kind of slow down and forget about the hustle and the bustle of the world for a little while and just do my thing. That's why I like welding too. Just get into a rhythm and just kind of check out for a while. Just be alone with yourself and your thoughts. I know sometimes that can be a bad thing, but I enjoy that too. Cut us off another piece. I guess you could consider this somewhat like micro scrapping, I guess. I don't know. I always thought it was normal. I've come across a few new, well, I don't know if they're new channels, but a few new to me YouTube channels that I'm really liking. I believe one of them is Michael Scrapyard something or another. I'm sure it'll pop up. It's about this guy. He's probably my age, late 20s, early 30s. And him and his brother own and run a scrapyard. They do a lot of shorts. He's got several full-length videos too, but mainly shorts. And then another one I just recently found, like I think it's been the last day or two, was Bulldog Scrap Metal or something. I don't know. I got a terrible memory when it comes to that. I'm sure you'll find it if you really wanted to look and try something different. That's a scrap yard. I'm not even sure where it's at. I would assume someplace out by the coast because they load prepared steel into sea cans. And their contraption for doing that is, in my opinion, genius. As far as, you know, I do a lot of welding stuff and a lot of mechanical work. So to me, their setup is just awesome. It's got a few moving parts, but not a ton. But it looks like it was really thought out and really well engineered. I enjoy looking at stuff like that. Just really interesting to me. I can't tell if it's a homemade contraption or or if it's a commercial unit. I have not watched a video where they've said, but nonetheless, it's pretty awesome. I've had this machine on the channel a few times, and some of the videos go really good, some don't. So I don't know. If you like the video, just give me a thumbs up if you would. Maybe it'll help, you know, more people see it, help YouTube push the algorithm. You know, I'm really having a good time with the comments. I answer every comment, unless it's a spam comment. There's a lot of spam on here, on YouTube, or any social media platform, and they're pretty obvious. But I don't delete the comments because a comment's a comment. It's just kind of there. But if you guys see a funny comment on there that just doesn't seem right, well, it's probably a scammer. But a view's a view and a comment's a comment, so we'll take them. Everybody's been asking me at work and at home and whatnot, what's my goal this year on YouTube? Well, I don't really have one. I do YouTube for fun, and the channel's just going to do what it's going to do. I would love for it to grow, and I'd love to build a bigger community and maybe do some collabs with some bigger guys and maybe go do some visits with, you know, other people. That would be cool. But if that doesn't happen, I'm not going to be too upset. I started this just because I wanted to share what I was doing, and that's probably what I always like, is just sharing what I'm doing. Everybody's got their own way to do things, and if I can help you maybe do something a little better, or maybe vice versa, you show me, well, awesome. That's what we're about. Now the SA200 project, it's still sitting in here, guys. I haven't started on it. It's just sitting here. I was waiting on a little bit better weather. I haven't decided what color I want to paint it. I haven't decided what kind of paint I want to use. That's all just kind of up in limbo right now. But it's going to happen. It's in here. And it's definitely going to happen. So that's a great machine, and it deserves to look how it works. So that's definitely going to happen. As far as the welding rig out there in the driveway, it's going well. I'm looking for some work in Southern Illinois, kind of in the evenings or weekends, because I do work a full-time job, about 60 hours a week at that. So after hours, weekends will be my specialty. Anybody needs anything done, just send me a email or leave a comment on the YouTube channel, and we'll get together and see what we can come up with. now that I got a truck that's pretty reliable, pretty new, I'm not afraid to drive, you know, 2, 3, 4 hours to go do a job. There will be some travel costs for the person that wants the work done, obviously, because diesel fuel's expensive and wear and tear is expensive and trucks are expensive, but that's just kind of how the game goes, I guess. Should have done this in the first place on this one. Gives you a lot more to grab onto. So yeah, guys, doing this small wire is really not that bad. I mean, like I said, it's just a little time consuming, but it's relaxing. So, or it is for me. I mean, you obviously enjoy it if you're going to do it. So, it's a labor of love for sure. You're not going to get rich. Like I've been probably talking to you guys for 15 or 20 minutes, and we probably have a pound of copper. So 3 pounds of copper at $3 a pound is $9. $9 an hour is not good money, guys, but that's all right. We're not doing it for the money. We're doing it for fun. We're doing it for content, and we're doing it because you guys want to watch me do it. Or I hope so, because you're here. I don't know how long the video is getting. Now we're about 23 minutes. That's probably long enough, guys, watching me do this. I'm going to try to keep the video a little short. That way you guys don't, I'm just not throwing up a long video that nobody's watching. It gets boring after a minute, I get it. You got something else to do, something else to watch, which is cool. So we'll probably just get her wrapped up here after I get this piece right here finished. So alright guys, that's going to do it for tonight's video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and please subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you on the next one.